Welcome back to the floor of the CME Group here in Chicago, February 16th. I'm Killer from Treasury Curve. Treasury Curve is an institutional money market portal. We assist firms in their overnight cash management. Thanks again for everybody yesterday. Great conversation about inflation. Really appreciate all the banter back and forth. And I continue to talk about this inflation. You've heard me up here talking about this the last couple of weeks, and it's finally hitting the mainstream, folks. I don't know if you saw the Brian Williams NBC Nightly News last night, but there was a reporter right here listening to these pits behind me talking about the commodity prices. They are going through the roof, and they are currently in China, and they will trickle into our shores and our economy. There's no way to strip that out of Uncle Ben's barometer. We can't take food. We can't take energy into there. It's coming, folks, so be aware of that. You know, the Middle East, the continued unrest in the Middle East is absolutely sensational. And I think this is all obviously started in Egypt. You know, January 25th, for you hashtaggers out there, January 25th it started, and we kind of rolled from there. And everyone now is seeing the success of this revolt, and everyone's trying to walk like an Egyptian. So we're seeing people walk like Egyptians over in Bahrain, and we saw some violence in Bahrain. We saw violence in Libya. We're seeing a lot of violence in Iran. We're seeing a little more non-violent protests in Tunisia, Algeria, Jordan, and Yemen. But everyone in the Middle East is trying to continually walk like an Egyptian. And it's really kind of unsettling the neighbors in Europe, us over here. So we'll see how this all pans out. There's a big wave of unrest that's going to continue for days, possibly weeks. I want to drill down on these treasuries today, folks. You know, we're continuing to kind of sit here in limbo, you know, waiting for this PPI and this CPI data to come out. More inflation data, which I think we currently know the state of inflation, but we want to see these actual numbers come out. You know, 30-year, 118.18 to 119.11. I tweeted yesterday that we were looking for that 119.19 target on the upside. We stopped a little short. Currently, we've retraced. We've seen such strength in this S&P. We're seeing these bonds come off a little bit. They have to. So we'll see how that weekly pivot gets tested today, 118.01. The S&P, brace yourself. Hope you're sitting down. We got a big news flash, big surprise, another new high. You know, that trend line I've been talking about for a little bit, kind of the last dam in the river, been looking at here is 1336. We just touched that to come off a little bit. We'll see if that holds, folks. You know, just such strength. Uncle Ben sitting there just pressing the buy button on his little board we talked about. We'll see if that comes off and retraces a little bit with this data coming out tomorrow as well as Friday. The weekly pivot, 1320.75. And like I've talked about, 1318. That's where some damage is done by the HFTs, the high frequency trading systems, under 1318. The euro currency, you know, that euro currency has snuggled underneath this 100-day moving average for a couple days now, which makes me kind of look for that next stop on the chart, and that's the 50-day at 133.67. The 200-day underneath that at 131.05. You know, I think it's going to continue to watch the Middle East, the unrest there, but more importantly, look at the Bank of England, the policy in Europe to see if there's more tightening. We'll see how this all develops over the next couple days, folks. Listen to that buzz in these commodities here. Things are popping. From the floor of the CME Group, I'm the Killer. Be the hammer, not the nail.
All the old paintings on the tombs, they do the same dance, don't you know? If they move too quick, away, or they're falling down like a domino. All the bars are men by the night, they got the money on bet. The old crocodile, away, or they snap their teeth on a cigarette. Foreign types with the hookah pipe say, walk like an Egyptian.